everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Jolley Marriage Show. I am Dr. Willie Jolley, and this is my beautiful reindeer, Dee.
Hello.
You are cute as a button.
Why did I say buttons are cute? I don't get that.
Well, you are. Isn't you cute, my little reindeer, as we prepare for this? 'Tis the season to be. Yeah, that's right.
Jolley.
And you are welcome. We are welcoming you, and we're grateful to have you. For those who don't know, who might be first timers, we want to say we are the authors of the book Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. We've been married for going on 38 years, haven't had an argument in over 35 years, and we are still in love. Got it going on. I got the hots for her, and hopefully she got the hots for me. She does chase me around sometimes, and I have to run, but I slow down so she can catch me.
I was going to say you let yourself get.
Yeah, I do. So I want to welcome everybody. For those who are first timers, welcome, and for people all over the world. Now we ask everybody to do a couple things: share this, comment. What's the other things you must do? You must share, you must comment, and you must like it, and then tell your friends.
Right, share.
Yeah, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Jolley Marriage Show YouTube channel, and others, then we'd ask you to do that. We're trying to positively impact millions of couples around the world. So we got people all over the world who watch this, and we're so.
For those who want to be couples, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not just those who are couples, those who want to couple, or those who have interest in just improving their state in their relationship. So we.
It might be easier if there's some things that you learn before you say I do.
That's right. So tonight we've had a lot of people who have sent emails. We tell you every week, you are welcome to send us emails with your issues, with your situations, with your struggles. If you want information, you want advice. We are not marriage counselors. Let me make sure I say that over and over again. We are not marriage counselors. We recommend some really great marriage counselors. We are marriage mentors. We believe there are two ways to get to any goal: mentors and mistakes. Both will get you there if you don't give up. One just gets you there quicker with less headaches, heartaches, and knots upside your head. So you get mentors. We got mentors when we were struggling in our marriage. Those first couple of years, they helped us tremendously. And now we want to mentor others. So we want to welcome all of you to that, and want to encourage everybody to go get the book if you don't have the book at jolleymarriage.com. Jolleymarriage.com. You can get the book. And if you get it from Jolley Marriage, we'll sign it. We recommend you get 2 copies, one for each of you. Read it together at the same time. At the same time, not by together, at the same time. At the end of each chapter, we want you to discuss the learning points and what you learned. It has been profoundly impactful when people do that. Saved a lot of people thousands of dollars from divorce and from situations where they were going down a bad way. So do that. We recommend it. Also, we did a relationship repair series back in June, and we had a lot of people take advantage of that. Now we are making that available for everybody to take advantage of on demand. So if you go to jolleymarriage.com/events, 5 sessions, and they are focused on communication, romance or sex, money, family matters, and blended families. And then we have a 6th bonus session, which is the 11 biggest mistakes people make in relationships and how to fix them. So join us for that. I am also excited that I've been invited to speak next week at the John Hope Bryant's annual Hope Foundation event in Atlanta with T.D. Jakes and others who will be speaking. Raphael Warnock, Ben Chavis. It's a stellar lineup. I'm honored that I'm going to be in part of the lineup, so I'm just honored to be there. And so, anybody in Atlanta, let me know. Maybe I can speak for your group while I'm in there in the area.
And when is that?
That's the 12th, 13th, or 14th. So, all right, let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. Senior Terrace is here. Linda Kazera is here. We're grateful for that. Sherry Elliott is here. We got folks joining in. And then we want to also shout out to people who watch this on YouTube and the fact that many people around the world watch it in a replay. So thank you all. Continue to like it, share it, comment on it. Okay.
So our
mailbag issues. People who had issues, and we've been planning to get back to them.
And some of them are
you know what?
short
Maybe we
questions.
should do. You know, my friend Tony Dungy and James Brown from CBS Sports. They have a Bible study that they do weekly, but they reserve the first Wednesday of every month for prayers and praise and things like that. And they don't do the Bible study. Maybe we should consider that. Would that make sense for y'all?
That we should do what?
Do the first Monday of every month. Do a mailbag.
Oh,
what do you think?
Okay.
What do y'all think? We want your advice.
And a mailbag is a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Of questions.
Okay, let's get going.
Okay, so mailbag, a couple of things. Okay, so
I think a couple of these are really profound.
Honey, you say that about everything.
I know, but
bless your heart.
Bless my little heart.
Bless your heart. You say that about everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So one, I thought it's very timely. How do we share digital accounts? That's the question. How do we share digital accounts?
Okay.
We are newlyweds. I'm a freelancer and my wife works for a traditional company. So I was added to her health insurance.
Okay.
Now there's the Hulu account that I still share with a former girlfriend. Several bank accounts and credit cards. What should we do?
That sharing with a former girlfriend thing. I know people get on people's accounts for television, for Netflix and things like that.
Well, you can share because it's less money.
Right, but yeah. Well,
is that the answer to your question? Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the digital accounts. I'm not quite sure what the whole thing about digital accounts means. I mean, what was that? How do we share digital accounts? I don't know what that means.
So a digital account is like
Hulu and Netflix.
Hulu.
Okay.
It is like a banking account because it's online.
I see.
I mean, seldom young people don't necessarily go into the bank.
Yeah.
They have the username and the password. In fact, as a result of this, I looked up, well, how many people have digital, to quote the digital accounts, online accounts is probably another word for that. And there's a company called Dash Lane that is a supplier of those. They manage passwords. And they were saying that by 2022, and we're at the end of 2022, that the average person has 150 digital accounts.
Wow.
That's a username and a password. That seems like outrageous.
Wow.
So this person is saying, okay, so now I'm married, I'm on our health insurance, and I'm assuming that they're sharing the passwords on that account. So now that's opened up. Oh, now we've got bank accounts and credit cards. What should we or should we not share? I think that's definitely a personal. I mean, I don't think there's one answer.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is this thing with the former girlfriend being on the Hulu. I can't get past that. Okay, I can't get past that. So
when I shared the question with you, you like what?
I just couldn't. My brain. I said what? So here's what I recommend. Communication, the three big boulders that break up marriages: sex, money, communication. The more you communicate, the better it is for the relationship. And so this is a matter of having a conversation with your spouse and saying, I'm on the girl's Hulu account. She might say, okay, I don't care. That saves us money. Or she might say, I'm not comfortable with that. And that's why you have that open and honest conversation with your significant other and y'all talk about it. And whatever way she feels, you say, okay.
Or he feels.
whatever way your spouse feels, you say okay and go with it. Okay.
I think it's a matter of and then how do you get organized? Me back in box, I'm always thinking about, well, how do you get, okay, so what I thought he was saying, how do I get organized so that now we're one, and how do we blend this in terms of the bank account, at least the information? How do we do that? And I think that's very difficult when you consider, when I read that you're talking about anywhere between 90 and 300 accounts, the average person, you're like, where is this coming from? Because before you know it, you've added accounts, and you don't necessarily go back and clean things up. Like yesterday, there was an article. I'm an avid reader of everything, so I get this, and it's called short form. And short form is really an aggregator of current books, research articles, and the like, and it caught my interest. And I thought, I think I've seen that before. And it was an article that I wanted to read, but the catch was, once they get you with the subject line, they want you to then sign in. So I went to my phone and said, that's familiar. So I put in short form, and I had actually set up an account before, but I was too cheap to go ahead, to give you an article, and then they want you to sign up. I think it's something like $19.99 a month or something, because they do the summaries of all the current books and current articles and the like. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So I had, unless I had read that article and then said, let me see if I can get a free article out of it, I would not have remembered that I had already gone down that pike. So many of us, I think, set up online usernames and passwords for stuff that we don't keep up with. That's what I'm saying. So what I did was to go back, okay, I'm not willing to pay $19.97 a month for another set of articles and research stuff, because I have it like coming from everywhere, and I cleaned that up and eliminated it completely.
Wow. Okay.
So I think now they have to come up with a system. Now, when I say a system, whatever works for that individual. Like we have a system because we're in business, right? And we have more than 50 or 60 passwords and usernames that relate to the different entities that we have to deal with business.
Okay.
Like, for example, the paying of the bills. Paying of our bills, we go by the date. But I have a master sheet or a series, and it's by date, the name of the company, the username, the passwords, and the particulars.
You're going down a rabbit hole.
I know, but
I got glassy-eyed here. I done got glassy-eyed. I don't know what you're talking about no more. I'm trying to get to help this couple, this lady and this husband, whatever. You done gone down the rabbit hole of all of this.
So they have to come up with a system.
Okay.
Of listing all of the items, the bank accounts, the credit cards.
Well, I think that's very important.
Whether or not they want to share.
Okay,
now, are you sharing?
That's where we might disagree. Oh. Okay, we might disagree. Not that they want to share. This is something I would recommend that they have to do. When we got married, I had a bank account. She had a bank account. And so what we needed to do was to be open and honest about all our accounts and all that we got going on. I said, I will put your name on my bank account, and you should put my name on your bank account. Anything happens to you, anything happens to me. And then we created a third account, which we talk about in the chapter about money matters and the fact that marriage is a merger of two entities. And so we must remind ourselves that this is not just a love affair, it's also a business
So because
affair.
you put your name on the other person's account does not necessarily mean that you have their username and password.
You should get it.
Hello.
But it should be part of the deal.
But I'm saying
as
that
Michelle
is
Singletary,
that is open and must be discussed.
Yeah, like Michelle Singletary, no secret agendas, no secret hidden accounts, and everything about our finances is open and honest. Now, we've had letters from people. Did you turn that ding
Yes,
off?
sir.
We've had letters from people where the wife, mostly the wife, like the wife of the pastor, remember?
Uh-huh.
And he took care of all the bills. She didn't know any of the passwords. She didn't know anything. He died. Didn't he die from COVID or something? And she was upside down. She was SOL. You know, this was not good.
And I think that's kind of common. That, it takes us to the next question.
All right, let's go to another question.
Her
bottom line on that one is talk about everything.
Well, you gotta write it down.
Well, whatever. Talk about it, write it down.
But
I'm saying you gotta communicate it. Whatever way you communicate, is no secret agendas. And you say, here's the issue. I got a Hulu account with a former girlfriend. She cool with me staying on. What's your thing? If you don't like it, I'll take it off. Okay, boom.
All right.
Next.
The tax season is coming, and I cringe at the thought of it, for we've never filed taxes together, and I want to. He refuses to let me see his W-2s and financials. He pays half of everything, the mortgage, utilities, groceries, etc. We've been married for 7 years and have no kids. Then what?
Hot mess. That's a hot mess. And let me tell you, we know that's a hot mess. Now, how do you fix it? Because one of the things sometimes I'm always concerned about is when I hear some of these marriage or relationship advice shows and they reiterate the problem and they don't ever give a solution. Oh, the only solution that most of them know is leave them. Okay, no. Okay, so here's what we say.
Well, I mean, they're sharing expenses. But what do you have to say?
I have to say is, again, comes down to communication. Saying this is important to me. And the fact that you don't let me know, this is how that makes me feel.
He's hiding something.
Hiding something not right. Or if he's not hiding something. Or something comes from a standpoint or a viewpoint.
Feelings of insecurity. Why would you sleep with somebody, exchange bodily fluids, and then you don't want to tell them where the money is? I don't get that.
Is that from a man's perspective or a woman's perspective?
A woman, I don't know.
A man perspective, we don't really care.
Care about what?
About anything other than bang, bang, boom, boom. Am I right about it? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I mean, there have been in my former life.
Oh.
Former life? What's your name, baby?
Let's change subject.
Am I right about it? But thank God I got saved. Thank God for the blood of the Lamb. I got saved, got married, and I can say, since I've been married, since I said I do, she's the only one in the world, only woman in the world, any person in the world who knows what male or female anatomy is. The only one who's ever seen me naked.
Can we go back to this?
I just want to make sure we talk about it. But brothers sometimes get upset or get distracted and they think that they still play us after they say I do. Not good. Not good.
Play with your wife.
Yeah.
All right. Play with the one you married. Yeah. Okay. So I don't get, how do you go 7 years not filing taxes together because you're really not communicating?
Well, how you go is because you don't know how to broach the subject. You let it go, and then it becomes habit. That's how it happens.
Well, she's saying he refuses to let me see his W-2s and that. Why? I mean, no.
Nobody knows, but that's not. Again,
I think that's part of the issue.
We don't know. We don't know, D. We never know the answer. So why do we dwell on that? Don't dwell. That's SBI. Situation, behavior, impact. So whatever his reason is, she has to say, here, the 4S, be friendly. Be frank about your feelings. Here's how that makes me feel.
And what if he doesn't change his behavior? Then what? She got to file her taxes by herself and get additional life insurance. You can't take out additional life insurance on your
Wow. Ooh, yeah, you can.
And online.
Are you saying that you're gonna have a visit to him from somebody?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying you don't know he's paying his half, but you don't know what kind of indebtedness, anything she gets. She gotta protect herself.
Ooh, okay, that's
what I'm saying.
All right, so you gotta have the 4S conversation.
All right, I want to do this one.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. My mother-in-law, different. My mother-in-law told me to move out of her way, and I politely told her to say, excuse me next time. And now all of my in-laws think I disrespected her. Should I keep my mouth shut next time? Yes. I that's a no for me. Yes, that's a no-win situation.
Yeah. That's a no-win
And I'm
situation.
just saying, it's better to say, I am so sorry. I did not mean any disrespect, and let it go. You cannot win.
And she says, I politely told her to say, excuse me next time.
She says she politely.
Yeah, she thinks she said it politely. She probably said it like,
well,
you better
don't know
look,
that.
hold on. That's her way of being polite. She didn't holler and scream and cuss her or something. But you say, excuse me the next time. Ooh, that ain't smart. Not smart. Not smart. Not smart. Not smart. That's a no-win.
That's
You
a
know,
no-win.
what did I read? My guest today was on my show was Joe Hart. And he
Can
was.
I read backwards? Is this coming out backwards?
Well, Facebook coming out. Most IG anyway. Take Command by Joe Hart. He's the president and CEO of Dale Carnegie Institute. And it will air in the first of the year. Fabulous interview. But there's a line that I love that I got from them that said, if you win an argument, if you lose an argument, you lose. And if you win an argument against somebody who hates you, you still lose. Said, don't argue and don't be rude to people. Now, Dale Carnegie
rise above the fray.
Yeah, Dale Carnegie, for those who don't know, wrote How to Win Friends and Influence People. And so I think that's critically important. Now, Terrence says fools and money are not good friends. You're right about that. So we want to encourage. I got another question. We only got a few more minutes. I'm married to my college sweetheart of almost 50 years. We had a great, trusting relationship initially. We finally had our first son after 8 years of trying to conceive, and slowly things began to change. I wanted us to start planning for the future and making sure we had plans for our son. Then 8 years later, our second son was born. I'm still asking for us to sit down and plan for the future. To sum it up, we still have not done that. I'm retired. He's still working. So needless to say, we don't have a lot of time together, at least for the last few years. Every time I try to engage the conversation about our future, it becomes an all-out argument. There's no communication for days, weeks, and even months. I'm so tired. Okay, I don't need to go any further. Let's stop right there before I go any further. One, you don't have to argue. Again, we have not had an argument in 35 years. That does not mean we always agree with each other, but we have learned how to not have an argument. Our TED Talk, which is almost ready, by the way, I got a call today, it's almost ready, it should be ready soon. Yeah, we talk about how to never argue again. The secrets for never arguing again in our TED Talk. And so what I'm saying to all of you is, if you will follow the precepts, the principles, the concepts we put in the book, be friendly. Be frank about your feelings. When you said, you're not talking to me. I need you to talk about it. Then they get an argument. Why do they get an argument? Because somebody says something ugly to the other person and pushes the button.
So we want to remind people to talk about the problem, not each other, to fight.
That's right.
If you're going to fight,
attack the problem and not each other. And when you disagree, never use those things that we have, what is it? Terms of engagement? Rules of engagement. Where we know that these things are the things that push her buttons.
So don't say hurtful things.
Don't push buttons. Don't do things to be mean or
that you know.
Ignore
your mate.
Why you keep doing it? Not talking for weeks and months. What the heck is going on here? That stonewalling, that silent treatment, all the classic mistakes.
I think it's mean-spirited, but what I find.
You know what it is? It might be mean, but it's learned. Okay, it's learned. Stuff you see on television. Sleep on the couch tonight. All that kind of. I ain't never slept on the couch.
Why would you want to sleep on the
I
couch?
don't want to, but you never told me to. Now, you did tell me. Hold on, I'll be honest. Sleep in your lounger when you thought I had COVID, and you didn't.
Absolutely.
You said, when I came, because you told me not to go to the party. She said, don't go to the party that you want to go to. I said, I'm going because it's family and friends. And then that next day, we get to call somebody had COVID. And I said to you, I just got the call. You said, okay, I told you not to go. I asked you not to go. You went, okay, no problem. I can't get COVID. That's what you said. I can't get COVID. So you can sleep somewhere in another room. Well, my most comfortable place was my lazy boy. Yeah, I got a lazy boy, and I'm promoting them for a moment. I love lazy boy chair. Okay. Now, Terrence said, if advanced education makes good marriages, we should have a ton of them. And because we don't have marriage, and we don't, marriage is more a spiritual unit as well as physical.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, it's so, how do you, they were married over 40 years, but they no communication.
No communication. Well, they got a pattern. Make up to break up, that's all we do.
So then they,
a break up to make up, that's all we do.
You need a pattern interrupt. But here's my thing too. Okay, my position is, you're already making a plan. By not doing something, you are in essence doing something.
Chapter communication.
Did you hear what I said?
Chapter.
So in essence, you are doing something.
Yep.
So she's like waiting for him. Why can't she go ahead and make the plan? Here's what we got, honey. What do you think?
That's right. Stonewalling.
That's how I feel about it.
Withholding information can come a number of ways. One way people do is they don't talk. Stonewalling is when the information is withheld. According to the well-known marriage counselor John Gottman, stonewalling is usually a male issue. It's when someone refuses to communicate, say things like, that's the end of this conversation. Do whatever you want. No mas. I'm done. Then you got the silent treatment, which is usually a female way of not communicating. By shutting down all communication and keeping your spouse guessing which way. And when you make assumptions, you know what happened? It makes a ASS out of you and me. Boom. All right. Look, send us your letters. Our time is almost up.
Start making a plan. If you're waiting on somebody else, start putting it together. This is what I got, honey. See, often I think it's a matter of not knowing how to use all of your wiles to get what you want.
Come on now. Mm-hmm. And she uses her wiles to get what she wants. So look, our time is almost up. We want to invite you to join us every Monday night. Go to jolleymarriage.com/events. Get the relationship repair series.
I think we should change it really to Win with Willie because it's easier. Because the goaling is Win with Willie.
Oh yeah, we got our goaling seminar, $20 that we have on demand.
Time.
And now's the time. You should. Everybody should take advantage. $20. Go to winwithwillie.com/goaling. Let me get where they can get.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dude.
Go to winwithwillie.com/goaling. GOALING.
Winwithwillie.com. Because it's action.
All right, now you can say about preparing for the rest of the year.
Okay.
I've told them.
It is time to wind down for 2022. Get your ducks in a row with your tax papers and, all your receipts and everything. They really should have been together by a month, a week anyway. And set out, what are your goals for next year? You say, okay. So you can sit with your coffee, your tea, and think of write down, just brainstorm with yourself. And then out of those 10, what are the top 3 things? And, I've come to the conclusion that now I'm doing it by the quarter this year. Because sometimes when you have the whole, what am I going to achieve this year, you still have to have a time frame for accomplishment. So from January to end of March, what are you going to work on from that 10? What's your top 3 that you can accomplish?
The great ones are setting their goals. Mm-hmm. All right, let's say I have a friend, she left her husband because he felt she outgrew him. However, she dated another guy and he left her because he said he outgrew her. Did she reap what she sowed? Wow. I don't know.
It's sad.
That's sad.
That really is sad.
That's sad. But we talked about that a little bit last week. We might come back to that again. Send your questions, your issues. We'll talk more about it. Hey, look, everybody go get the book. Get 2 copies. If you know somebody, you want to give a Christmas gift. This is a great Christmas gift. Give the gift that will change their marriage, change their life. Just contact us. We'll get them signed. Great Christmas gift. We recommend it. Go to Jolley.
The book of hope.
Okay, jolleymarriage.com, jolleymarriage.com, and order books for your friends and family. It's a great Christmas gift for everybody. Hey, our time is up. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
And this is the reindeer.
Time for us to go with our little music on the way out. God bless y'all. Thank y'all.
Wow. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.